guys, I just wanted to take you through a quick workout. It's going to be one of those workouts where you can do it either standing or sitting down. So we'll start with a quick warm-up. So for this one, we're just going to lift our hands all the way up, and then we're just going to tap down on our opposite shin. So you can do this as slow as you want to. Make sure these movements are nice and controlled. Okay, and then we're going to go into our arm jacks. So you're just going to lift up those hands and move your feet out to the side and alternate. So if you're standing up, it's going to look like this. Lifting those legs out to the side and switching legs each time. Just a few more. And going into just a regular march. Lifting up those knees. And you can also do this sitting down. Just lifting up those knees a little bit. About 10 more seconds. All right, and now we're just going to do some arm circles. So just some small ones forward. And a couple of big ones. And reverse those small ones. And a couple of big ones. All right, so now that we're all warmed up, we're going to begin with the actual workout. And so we're going to start with our good mornings, which we've done a lot in class. So I'm just seated, I have my hands on my hips, and I'm just going to hinge forward just slightly till I feel that tug in my hamstrings. So we're going to go for a goal of about 12 reps of these. But if you can only do 6 to 8, that's also okay, and you'll just work up to it. And so you can also do this standing, of course. So I'll just show you from the side view. I have my knees just slightly bent, and I'm just coming forward, hinging at the hips. Good. So your butt goes back a little bit, and it's just a hinge. Good, and you can squeeze through your glutes as you come up. So you're really working out those hamstrings. All right, and once you've done 12 of those, we're gonna move into the next exercise, which is a bent over row. And again, you can do this seated or standing. If you're standing, you're just gonna hinge over just like you did before with that slight bend in your knees. Hinging over and just pulling back on your elbows till you get to about here. And you can do this exact same thing if you're seated. All you're doing is just like in those good mornings, is hinging forward a little bit, keeping your neck in line with your spine, and you're just pulling back on those elbows. Your shoulder blades are squeezing together in the middle, right here. Good, keep it up. Just a couple more, keep going. Keep that back straight. Awesome, all right. So the next thing that we have, you can put your dumbbells down, is a seated leg press. We're gonna do one leg at a time. all you're doing is just lifting up on that knee and pressing through the heel, straightening out the leg. Good. So we're going for 12 on each foot, and if you're standing, I'm just gonna scoot my chair over. All you're gonna do is drop your knee, so you're gonna take one foot back behind you, and your front leg also has a slight bend in it, and then just dropping that knee to the floor. Just like we do in class, this is a split squat, so I'm dropping my back knee just before it hits the floor. It's not actually touching the floor. All right, we're gonna switch up those legs. If you have any questions about this, just let me know in class. I know it's a little bit hard to see in the video. Good, and if you're seated, just keep pressing through that heel, doing those leg presses. You can hold onto your chair if you want. Awesome, and the next thing that we have is our chest press. So you can do this with either 1 or 2 dumbbells, and all we're gonna do is just press forward and bring it back to your chest. Of course, if you'd like to, you can do this standing, or you can do it with 2 dumbbells. Make sure to engage your core here. And one more. Oh, okay, and we're gonna use our dumbbells again for this next one. It's a shoulder press, so we're just coming straight into that field goal pose and then pressing up. We're working on those shoulders. Nice. All right. All we have left are bicep curls with a march. So here we go, just curling, squeezing those biceps. And of course you can add in that little march, lifting up those knees or standing. And it's definitely okay not to march at the same time if you don't want to. Awesome. And actually I'm gonna add in one more. It's just the lateral leg lift that we've done in class. So you can put your hands on your hips and then we're just gonna lift out that leg to the side. And again, if you want to do it seated, you can just bring your foot out to the side while you're seated. So we're going for 12 on each foot. All right, and then on the other leg. Raising up that leg as high as you can, as high as you feel comfortable. It's a really good balance exercise too. Good, just a couple more. Awesome. So if you want to, you can do 2 more sets of these, so you could do about 3 sets of all these exercises right here. And then of course we're going to end with a nice stretch. So let's begin by lifting up your arm and then grabbing it with your opposite, grabbing that elbow and pressing down gently. Good, and we'll switch up those arms, grabbing that opposite elbow and pressing down gently. Awesome, and then we'll stretch out those shoulders. So pulling that arm across, grabbing on the elbow, and continuing to pull until you feel that good stretch. And switch up those arms. Good, and go ahead and take a seat. And we're going to bring both of those legs straight out in front of you. And those toes are going to point up towards the ceiling, and then you're just going to hinge forward slightly at the hips. And you'll feel a nice good stretch in those hamstrings, and just hold that there. All right, and you can keep one of those legs straight, and then the opposite one, that ankle is going to rest on that shin. And then you're just going to continue to hinge forward and get a little bit of a stretch in that hip. And then switch up those legs. All right, so that's the end of this. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and have a great rest of your day.